HCB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, your home of pure rugby league. I hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in. Yes, this video here is about I suppose, our preview of our game against the Storm. It's going to be a bit of a quick one, but in saying that, before we get into it, DJ, hit that intro. Alright guys, hope you're well. Thank you again for tuning in. Really, and for those of you in Auckland there with the weather the way it is, I hope you're okay. Really, I mean that. It looks pretty tough there, and I'm really hoping you guys are pulling through. Look, we have the Warriors here, right? And I did my live yesterday with our Fanatics, and I suppose we already had a bit of a yarn on it, but if you just want to sort of see a small sample of it, please stay tuned. Stick with this one here. So the Warriors will be over in Christchurch against the Melbourne Storm in basically what I call the last opportunity, the last chance before we get things underway, right? Because after that, we're going to have that week rest, and then bang, 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 Friday, 2nd of March, I believe, or the 3rd of March, either one, will be versing the Knights over in Wellington. Now, this game here for mine, right? For me personally, the way I look at it, it's definitely a game where you want to make your case. You want to state your case. You want to state why you belong in the team. The Warriors have obviously added a strong pack. But before I get into it, just quickly, the Storm team, we all know that, Munster is back. Hughes is back. Nelson Asafa Solomona is back. They're basically bringing in the A team, right? It's going to be a very tough squad, right? The likes of Warbrick as well on the wing there for the Storm. It is a team that's definitely looking to do some damage. Now, with the Warriors, like I said, Marata Nukore, right, is in. Mitchell Barnett, sorry. You've got the likes of Wade Egan, obviously Sean Johnson, Tamari Martin, so on and so forth. Look, for me, the reality is I'm looking at this game here, particularly at Sean Johnson. And the reason why I say that is because I think he is under immense pressure. Now, we probably could just be talking out of our, just out of, with no real, I suppose, evidence or even knowledge, and that's the reality. But I suppose I'm just assuming that is the case. Metcalf performing so well against the Tigers, you'd almost think that Sean Johnson needs to do the same. Chance to go Klukstad, right? He'll be playing. It's definitely an opportunity for him to secure that position. Obviously, it is his, but you get what I mean. It's really a time for him to stamp it, to make it his. Now, Storm are not going to be any pushovers at all. Our forward pack, right? Jackson Ford in place of Curran, who's in the bench there. Interesting. But in saying that, I'm not too down on it personally. I'm actually, I don't mind Jackson Ford personally. I had big raps on him when he came. I didn't think of him as somebody who wouldn't, do the Warriors jersey justice. I thought, someone like him coming in, he's bound to try and prove himself and to show why he belongs, right? He's a hungry player, a dude who can, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how he plays. As for Josh Curran, King Curran, look, I'm looking forward to him playing, and I'll say this though, I'm not a fan of Toy Harris being at lock. Personally, I think Toy Harris should be in the second row, and then you move King Curran over to lock. I just think Josh Curran by far is the better ball playing player, ball player, whatever it is you want to call it. Now, the props, obviously, Adam Fanor, Blake, Mitchell Barnett. It's going to be very interesting, particularly for Mitch Barnett, because he is not actually a prop. He's actually a specialist second row. Now he's having a position change. Does it show the lack of depth we have in the props position? Possibly. But in saying that, an opportunity nonetheless for Mitch Barnett to, again, as I've been saying, the general theme, to state his case. Now, Tamari Martin, Sean Johnson, as I touched on before, I think there's a lot of pressure on Sean Johnson to really deliver here, particularly when you have Metcalf knocking on the door. Now, the question is, could Sean Johnson potentially lose the spot? The reality is, I think it is the case. Now, granted, you're not going to get everything all perfect, and it's just a preseason game. But it's virtually the Warriors A team, right? It virtually is, and I think Sean Johnson definitely does have a lot riding on him, particularly in this game. Another one of the selections I was surprised with really was Pompey. I'm not the biggest Pompey fan. I think he can be better. And again, it's no disrespect to him personally, but I'm just not the biggest fan. However, in saying that, I think there's definitely a battle between him and Vailea as to who secures that jersey, right? It is what it is. Montoya in the wing, obviously. Dylan Watson is on the wing there. Not going to complain. A fan of both those players there. But and then you obviously have the bench there. I'm not complaining. I don't mind the bench. Obviously, Afua, Ale. Obviously, you got Walker there. I'm not too fast. And obviously in the reserves there, you got the likes of Walkman, you got Sirinen, right? Tuolpiki, right? Freddie Lussick, Metcalf as well. And you got Sifakola as well, one of the youngsters who's actually carried on to this game here. So again, very interesting selection in the reserves. I am wondering if they will actually get a chance to play. Particularly Metcalf's going to be really interesting. But yeah, that's my thoughts there. It's just a lot to prove. I'm assuming Webby's obviously going to use this game here as the last experiment, a bit of chemistry here and there. Is it a game that we need to win? No. But does it matter if we win? Yes, it does. You know what I mean? It's one of those ones, catch-22. But I'm saying that you just want to see some progress. Again, resistance, cohesion. It is the first time the Warriors will be playing the A-team since we've seen the preseason hype, if you will, the social media. Things have been ticking. Things are underway, right, in camp there. And now you're wanting to see it come into fruition. That's the reality. I call it the way I see it, and I think that's just the way it has to be. Now, granted, like I said, disclaimer, it is preseason, but Storm are going to be coming up there wanting to win, so I suppose we need to have the same mindset. It's going to be a good cracking game there over in Christchurch. I'm hoping the Warriors can play there more, and I hope the people in South Island turn up. If you're in South Island, please turn up. Be a good game to watch for sure, and give the boys a lot of support. And saying that though, that's me done there for now. Give me your thoughts on this game, and quickly as well, my prediction. Apologies. I expect the Warriors to win by 2. Right, it's going to be a tough, grueling game, but I think the Warriors will win by 2. Obviously, no injuries, all that stuff there. Goodness me. But yeah, give me thoughts. Take it easy. See you guys next time. And just remember, hold the ball.